Hello,
Our names are
Sophie.
and Yoon Seo. We are here to talk about the pros and cons of chocolate.
We believe consumers should reduce the amount of chocolate they buy,
But also, big companies should take responsibility for the negative impacts on
child laborers,
underpaid workers.
and the environment. Our resource is cocoa beans, which is the main ingredient in chocolate. Cocoa was grown on trees mostly in Africa.
Farmers and workers use cocoa as their source of money, but they sometimes only get paid 1 cent for a 60-cent chocolate bar.
Chocolate companies get paid more than farmers because they sell their chocolate for a higher price.
Chocolate is a want, not a need, but consumers buy a lot because of the delicious taste.
Many people don't think about how the chocolate they buy was made.
The farmers first collect the cocoa beans. They then leave them out to dry for 5 to 8 days.
The farmers then ship them off to companies who form the chocolate you see today.
Then you buy the delicious chocolate and eat it. After that, you throw the leftovers in the trash.
Making chocolate affects many children too.
You may think not many children work on cocoa plantations, but the numbers are surprisingly high.
Did you know 30% of the children under the age of 15 in Africa are child laborers?
12,000 to 200,000 children work for cocoa plantations in Ivory Coast.
284,000 child laborers between the age of 9 to 12 work in hazardous conditions, and 66% don't go to school. To have the ability to make more cocoa, farmers in tropical forests clear-cut trees without thinking about the animals that live in that ecosystem.
When any organism dies, it has a serious impact on the entire food chain.
For example, if the food chain goes, the bird eats the spiders, and the spiders eat the ants, and the ants eat the grass, and the bird habitat is cut down, the spider will increase in population.
But the ants will decrease because there are too many spiders eating them. The grass then will increase.
By one little change, the whole food chain is affected.
This problem can be solved.
It was caused by humans.
A way to solve this problem is to create a fair trade certification system. That solution enables the farmers to earn more money to get medical care and send their children to school.
That will help their children to live a better life and earn more money later on in life. You may have been wondering what fair trade is.
Fair trade is simply an organization that provides workers with the money and resources they need.
Even if you're not part of a group or country that supports fair trade, there are many things you can do as an individual. Country organizations that support the fair trade system are
EPA and IITA. Also, a small group like IICO and Slave Free Chocolate have formed together to stop child labor.
What you can do to stop child labor is
Buy fair trade chocolate or
donate money to the poor farmers involved in cocoa plantations.
there are many modifications we can make.
Fair trade farmers can start to grow their cocoa in small shaded farms and forests.
That can save animals, plants, air, water, soil, and other organisms that live in the forest.
The modifications we can make not only help us, but also help reduce the negative impact on specific food chains.
For example, many animals who live in trees and tropical rainforests are or even become extinct because of the clear-cut forests.
The toxic pesticides we use cause air and water pollution that can kill birds or fish that live in that environment.
If we used greener chemicals, it could stop the pollution in the air, water, and other natural resources.
Chocolate might not affect you, but it has many negative impacts on the environment and poor children in Africa.
For example, $92 billion a year is spent on junk, but 1/3 of the world's children don't get the resources they need.
That's more than 33% of the world's population.
No one would want their children to be treated like that.
Our conclusion is even though chocolate is delicious, it has many impacts on cocoa plantation workers and air and water around the world.
To help these people, you could buy chocolate with a fair trade symbol on it.
Also, you could help stop trafficking and
Underpaid workers.
child laborers.
Using less chemicals and toxins will also reduce air and water pollution as well.
Many countries and people are greatly affected by the production of chocolate.
As a result, 6% of the 200,000 children who work on cocoa plantations are victims of human trafficking and slavery.
Over 3 million tons of chocolate is eaten each year.
That's a lot of chocolate for workers to make.
That's the result of the production of cocoa.
How would you feel if future generations went suffering because of the impact made by cocoa?
A sustainable economic development is important because it helps build stronger communities for future generations, and
it helps us get our basic needs faster, for example, water, food.
those are some of the
Pros
and cons
caused by the production
and consumption of chocolate. Thank you for listening.